Should I buy insurance from the car rental company? It all depends on your own auto policy. Check with your agent or insurance company for the answer. Most rental companies have a blanket $2,500 or $5,000 deductible policy on the car you rent. They never tell you that. As a retired insurance in Michigan, I would never waste the money on their coverage. Basically, it just makes sure they are paid faster from their insurance company. My daughter had an accident with a rental car and her policy paid for the claim including loss of use. If the car is not drivable for a time, they charge you for loss of use, in addition to the cost of repairs. Sometimes the cost of their coverage is an additional almost one-half of car rental. Pure profit. The only time I had a problem because I did not waste the extra money was I had a flat tire and they would not come out and fix the tire. I don't recommend it because it's way overpriced. However, if it's in a wreck, without it they can come after you for down fees for when they couldn't rent the vehicle. I am always one of those guys that just rented the vehicle and within a couple miles finds a vehicle in front of me to throw a rock in the windshield. Lol, it's happened too much. In a rental vehicle with 7,000 moles on it and tire blew out. Didn't pay insurance, setting me back $200 for their cheap tires. I would carry it because one time girlfriend threw cigarette out window and can my back in. Burn the seat, but full coverage paid for it in rental policy. I rent a lot of vehicles and carry it when I have the extra money. There is a need to have insurance if you rent the car. It's a respite for you if you met with an accident. No one can predict the accidents, right? It's not always your fault when there is an accident. As you have mentioned that you are new to driving, you must have insurance to safeguard in the event of an accident. What should you buy? Some credit card covers the collision damage waiver. As you have mentioned, some covers the third-party liability. Based on the type of credit card you have and the offering thereon, you can do away with either of the coverage and buy the one that you do not get covered for. Yes, it would usually be the case that your current private car policy will not extend to covering any vehicles that are on short-term hire. I would suggest you check your policy wording booklet, however, to be absolutely certain. The hire company from which you source the vehicle will most likely have an insurance policy in place which will cover the vehicles for self-drive hire purposes. Therefore, they may only require you to leave a holding deposit as guarantee of payment for the policy excess. Or alternatively, they may request you to sign a hire agreement, outlining your acknowledgement that you retain the responsibility of the first pound XXX for any claim incurred under the policy of the self-drive hire operator, for the dates of your hire agreement. Unless you're planning on driving a lot, get the rental company's coverage. And by a lot, I mean many times outside of just this weekend. It will cost about $100 for the weekend from the rental company, but it will cost more than that to carry your own coverage for the month, presuming you're an inexperienced operator as you indicated above. If you do not have full coverage insurance and a low deductible, I would definitely recommend buying the collision damage waiver from the rental company. If you get into an accident, the $35 that you pay will save you $500 and a lot of complaining. If you buy that $35 waiver, the rental company can't find anything bad to say about you. If there's a dent or scratch on the car, they can't charge you, and if it gets in an accident, you're protected. So even if you have full coverage insurance, if you're driving an expensive car for a long distance, I'd get the collision damage waiver.